Hi, we're Zus. I'm Elma van Boksem.
I'm Christian Koreman. With the wall, the tide and the grid, we add 3 new conditions to Caofeidian, which combines landscape, infrastructure and urban conditions. Yeah, we think it's important for a new green city to incorporate the agricultural items from former surrounding landscape into the new city. Also because all the ex-farmers will become city dwellers, and our proposal is also based on creating this new combination. This wall is a sort of new fringe between the landscape and the city. Then you also have the tide. Those are floating cities we attach to the outer barrier, and those are able to generate energy by the tidal fluctuations, and it also creates an amazing way to live on the sea.
And then we have the grid. The grid is basically a grid of dikes, which is also the infrastructure, but it also creates the conditions for new ways of farming, fish farming, water farming.
But also it attracts a new kind of density, a new way of housing, really attached to the water, and not in big plots but in small plots, and it can, it stimulates a growth process. And we think with these new 3 conditions we put a sort of sustainable structure to Caofeidian for the coming decades. You can imagine that you will enter Caofeidian and there will be a sort of winery wall, so you see all kinds of grapes and buildings, and then you would come over this big dike and then you see this big archipelago.
The dike grid is a really small road with on 2 sides water. The grid is an introducing of the Dutch dikes, and if you're on the Dutch dikes, it's a really long road, and if you're on them, it's you have the idea that it's endless, and it creates a feeling of freedom.
You see the wine wall, and the wine wall creates a new division between the landscape and the city, and both become more valuable. And for us, this border is also a productive border. It will create a new community around the wine production, and a beautiful fringe and blooming fringe around the city.
And you can imagine in the next decades that that this edge will be the most valuable part of Caofeidian instead of the inner center.